Alright guys, so Igniz is the next KOF Fest character to be released. So we're going to take a look at the character, some of his skills, cores, leader skill, see what all he can do, and I'll give you some of my thoughts. And we'll determine if he is worth you spending your rubies on. He's like, excuse me, do you know who I am? Of course I am worth spending your rubies on. Well, we'll see. Alright, here we go with the posh and sassy Igniz here. So we're going to take a look at his leader skill. So it increases Nest Fighter's attack by 40% and critical rate by 10%. That is a really good leader skill. The attack percentage is really high, and that complemented with the crit rate of 10%. That's a really good leader skill. You're going to crit a lot, and you're going to do a buttload of damage. And plus it's Nest's characters, and there's a lot of good Nest characters too. Just as a little note on the team buffs here, the Nest one, since you're probably going to put him on a Nest team, not necessarily, but you can. It increases fighter's crit damage by 8%, so it's going to probably have a built-in 8% crit unless you're going to put him on like an attack team or a purple team or something, which is good too. So he has a lot of good character links with some pretty significant characters here. So just with these three at the bottom, all three of these characters were in roulette, so chances are you probably got one of them if you're lucky. Or if you got one of them and you're like, I don't know what to do with these characters, here you go. They're pretty decent link characters for him. You know, obtains 20% power at the start of the stage, and he gets a 7% attack and 7% defense increase. That's really good. So if you got one of these characters, don't know what to do with them, you can throw him a link character with him. Got more here. These characters, K is not too hard to get. Same type of skill here. If you got Grizzled, or Grizzalid, as I like to call him. Really good link for him, and also same with him here. So pretty good relations here. Take a look at his cores. Got a 60% petrified duration decrease. That's so weird, but so this dude ain't gonna be petrified for very long. He gets a small crit rate increase. That's great. So his first really noticeable core here increases attack by 3% for 5 seconds upon, and penetration by 400% upon each attack. Woo! Stacks up to 5 times. So that's a really good leader skill. Doesn't take long to build that up. Next one, increases damage dealt to target by 15% for 7 seconds upon landing Negagenesis. And increases damage received by 25%, resets cooldown of Divine Arrow EX, and there's a 20-second cooldown for that. So that's pretty crazy. We're gonna go over what these skills are right now. So here's his first skill. Does damage and gives him super armor, and this kicker increases crit rate by 70% 5 seconds upon landing his skill. Dang. So this guy's gonna crit like crazy, as you can see from his leader skill and even his cores, and just from this one skill, 17% crit rate. That's insane. And super armor, woof, that's a good move. Next one. This is one of the ones that's part of the core. This one deals the damage, pretty good chunk of damage, and it's a PvP exclusive, so he's going to be the bomb in PvP. Target cannot activate buffs from active skills for 4 seconds upon landing a skill. That is really relevant, especially in PvP. He's going to be really good in PvP. He can shut a lot of characters down with that move, among all of his other moves, but this is going to be especially painful for your opponent. Next one, this is the other part of the core move that we were talking about just a minute ago. Inflicts damage and drops lightning on target upon landing the skill. Increases active skill cooldown by 2 seconds and deals shock damage equal to 30% of attack every second for 5 seconds. So you're zapping him, it's reducing your cooldowns by 2 seconds, and you get a dot on him for 5 seconds for 30% damage. That's really good skills, man. So this guy's got some stacked skills. See what he looks like. Damn, he looks awesome. This floaty garb almost looks like a totally different like color palette from like the rest of the characters, doesn't it? Like he's shaded different. Maybe I'm tripping, but man, he looks epic. Oh, my clothes look like that while I walk around. Alright, here's his first skill. Just whips him. Just need to say that again. Oh, it's awesome. So that's the super armor one, obviously. Here's the next one. Just slaps him with his coat. Disrespect. Dang. Okay. Don't mess with them tassels, boy. There's no joke. Here's the divine arrow. That's the lightning one that he gets zapped. And it sets your cooldown. It's really good. Let's check out his finisher. Ooh, that covers a lot of ground. So that's his first one that he's gonna just come with. Here's his next one here. Ooh. Oh, he's still going. Ooh, it's like he broke reality right there. Man, those are some cool moves. So, is Igniz good? Yes, definitely good. He's got a crazy good leader skill. He works with Nest characters. There's a lot of really good Nest characters out there. You won't have a hard time finding a team for him. You can make him the leader, and he's just strong as is. You can put him on an attack team. He's gonna be really strong on that too. Or a purple team is gonna be really strong in that too. So he can fit in a bunch of different teams. I would say Igniz is like top 15 from like everybody. That's including like the Japanese and Korean version. Or if there's like a God tier, then SS tier, then S tier, A tier, B tier, thing like that. I think he'd be like an SS tier. So if you spent your rubies on him, he's going to be a really strong character. He can get you through a bunch of content, and I think he'll be a lot of fun to play. And man, he looks cool. But people are going to tell you to save up for Nameless, because Nameless is amazing. And so basically, if you're free to play and you just want the best characters, Nameless is probably going to be the next big one coming up that is like godlike. Right up there with Orochi. So just know that that type of character is coming eventually. But that doesn't mean that this character isn't amazeballs, you know? So, yes. This guy is worth spending rubies on. And I think he's going to be a lot of fun to play. Also, he does have a card you're going to want to get. If you get him, of course. You're going to want the supers. The only way to really get this. Alright guys, that's going to be it for me. Hope this video was informative for you, and I hope you enjoyed it. Us reviewing Mr. Sassy Pants over here. I truly would appreciate it if you would consider giving this video a like, or commenting, and subscribing if you enjoyed the content. I love looking at all your guys' comments, seeing how many times it took you to get him, or what you think of the characters. I just love having conversations with you guys and just building a King of Fighters community. It's one of my favorite parts of being on YouTube to begin with. I wish you luck in your summons. God bless you, and you have a blessed day, y'all.